When it comes to young football talent, names like Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, and Florian Wirtz often steal the spotlight. These players, all 20 years old or younger, are lauded for their flair and creativity, dazzling us with their dribbling skills and attacking prowess. It's no wonder they get so much attention. But there's another name that deserves a spot among the elite. Someone who doesn't just play one position well, but can excel in any role on the pitch. Meet Eduardo Camavinga, the versatile wonderkind who's quietly redefining what it means to be a complete footballer. At just 20 years old, Camavinga can slot into defense, midfield, or even goalkeeping with ease. It's almost as if there's nothing he can't do, and watching him play is like watching a master at work. He has a veteran's defensive instincts, timing tackles perfectly, and reading the game like a seasoned pro. Yet he's also a maestro with the ball, capable of maintaining possession and delivering pinpoint passes to set up attacks. What's incredible about Camavinga is his adaptability. He doesn't just hold his own, he shines, whether he's breaking up plays in defense, orchestrating the midfield, or surging forward to create scoring opportunities. He's the epitome of positionist football, fitting seamlessly into any formation or club system. And those memes about him being the ultimate utility player, they're not just jokes. They're based on truth. If Real Madrid needs a dependable defender, Camavinga is there. If they need a dynamic box-to-box midfielder, he's got it covered. If they suddenly find themselves without a goalkeeper, he has the approval of Thibaut Courtois himself. And if the unthinkable happens and they need an emergency striker, guess what? Camavinga started his career as a striker too. In a world where young talent is often pigeonholed into specific roles, Eduardo Camavinga stands out as a footballer who can do it all. He's the secret weapon you wish your team had, the hidden gem that's ready to shine wherever you need him. If you haven't been paying attention to him, it's time to start. Eduardo Camavinga isn't your typical football prodigy. He's got the skill, intelligence, and physicality to play just about any position on the pitch, but he's also a touch immature. And that's part of what makes him so unique. At such a young age, he's already got the composure of a veteran, and you can't help but wonder how much further he can go. The sky's the limit for this kid, who seems to have the entire football world at his feet. What sets Camavinga apart from other wonder kids? It might have something to do with his unconventional upbringing. While many young talents grow up with football boots on their feet, Camavinga's story begins in a refugee camp in Angola. He was born in 2002 as his parents were fleeing a brutal civil war in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The family escaped to France when he was just 2 years old, but football wasn't even on his radar at the time. Instead, his first love was judo. Most footballers start their journey with a ball at their feet or playing some other team sport. But Camavinga's foundation came from martial arts, which gave him a unique edge. Anyone who's practiced judo knows it's all about reading your opponent and noticing even the smallest shifts in body language. That judo background is what helped Camavinga develop his elite awareness on the football field. The way he got into football is a story in itself. Camavinga's mom was tired of him practicing judo inside the house and breaking things in the process. She needed a way to channel all that energy, so she signed him up for the local youth football club. Turns out it was a smart move. When Eduardo Camavinga picked up a football, something magical happened. He was a natural, a talent that seemed to flow effortlessly from him, and everyone around him noticed. People encouraged him to pursue it seriously, to go for the big leagues. Eventually, he was accepted into the prestigious Ligue 1 academy, Stade Rennais. But just as he started his journey to football greatness, tragedy struck. His home burned down in an electric fire, and everything changed. In the wake of the fire, Camavinga's father looked at him and said, "You are now the hope of our family. It is you who will raise us up." These words landed heavily on the young boy, who was just 11 at the time. It forced him to grow up almost overnight, and it lit a fire inside him, a drive to become the best footballer he could be. Raw talent is great, but attitude, mental strength, and discipline are what separate the wonder kids from the true stars. And Camavinga had to develop those traits quickly after that fateful day. He decided to leave judo behind and focus entirely on football, driven by a new sense of purpose and responsibility. At Stade Rennais, Camavinga quickly rose through the ranks. He started as a striker because of his physicality and ability to bulldoze through defenders. But his versatility soon became apparent, and he played a variety of roles, from holding midfielder to central midfielder, and even filled in as a center back and a left back. He had a knack for adapting to whatever position he was assigned, showcasing a skill set that was both diverse and impressive. Haydem Ben Arfa, a former Stade Rennais player and wonder kid himself, praised Camavinga, saying, "There's nothing impossible for him. He's good in the air, can tackle, defend, assist, and even score. His play style is elegant, he's incredibly intelligent for his age, and he has a very powerful left foot." These words only confirmed what everyone around Camavinga already knew. This kid was something special. Fast forward to 2018, and Eduardo Camavinga is making headlines. At just 16 years and 6 months old, he signed a professional contract with Stade Rennais FC, becoming the youngest player ever to join the club's first team. It's not uncommon to hear about Brazilian wonder kids competing against grown men at 17, but Camavinga was doing it in a top 5 league at an even younger age. As he joined the first team, Camavinga's versatility became both a blessing and a puzzle. His coach had a hard time deciding where to place him on the pitch because Camavinga could play just about anywhere. His raw talent, physical dominance, and remarkable maturity made him a coach's dream, but also a bit of a wild card. Camavinga's work ethic and attitude were beyond his years, setting him apart as a truly generational player. He was so adept at winning and maintaining possession and executing perfect tackles that everyone at the club started calling him Tacklevinga. With a knack for dispossessing opponents and a fearless approach to the game, Camavinga naturally ended up playing further back, often as a holding midfielder or a hybrid left back who wasn't shy about pushing forward to join the attack. Watching him in action was a treat. He moved with a confidence and composure that belied his age, taking on experienced players with ease. Whether it was maintaining possession under pressure or threading a pass through tight spaces, Camavinga made it all look effortless. It was hard to believe he was still a minor, playing with such poise in League One. It's no wonder people saw something special in him from the start. Camavinga was the complete package, and it was clear that his journey was just beginning. Eduardo Camavinga wasn't just a talented youngster. He was the kind of player who could turn a game on its head. During a 2019 match against PSG, he made history by becoming the youngest player to ever record an assist in Ligue 1. A few weeks later, he was named Player of the Month, the youngest to ever earn that title in France. This kid was doing things at 16 that most players could only dream of. To put it in perspective, Camavinga is a rare blend of Clarence Seedorf and Ruud Gullit. And no, this isn't just about his skin color, it's about his unique playing style. Seedorf was one of the all-time great defensive midfielders, known for his intelligence and composure. He had a knack for drawing defenders toward him, only to break through with efficient dribbling or pinpoint passes. He could even lead the counterattack when needed. He was underrated in his time because he wasn't flashy, but his effectiveness on the field was undeniable. Camavinga has that same cool composure under pressure. While many young players would panic when pressed, he stays calm, holding onto the ball just long enough to make the right pass. His ability to maintain possession and create chances for his teammates is reminiscent of Seedorf at his best. But there's also a bit of Ruud Gullit in him. Gullit embodied the concept of total football, a style where players are versatile and can switch roles as needed. Camavinga shows that same versatility. He's just as comfortable playing in midfield as he is dropping back to defend, and he can join the attack without breaking a sweat. His awareness and adaptability are off the charts, making him a coach's dream. Camavinga's skill set is a unique mix of Seedorf's intelligence and Gullit's versatility. It's what makes him stand out from his peers. He's not just another young talent. He's a player who can change the course of a game, whether he's making a crucial tackle, setting up a goal, or taking a shot himself. With his quick thinking and remarkable maturity, Camavinga is proving he's more than just a flash in the pan. He's a generational talent with a bright future ahead. It might sound audacious, but I believe that Eduardo Camavinga has the potential to be just as great as Gullit. We've seen him pull off Dazzling dribbles, act as a playmaker, and even go for goal when the moment demands it. Camavinga is like the perfect blend of Seedorf's composure and Gullet's versatility, with an added bonus, his extraordinary timing and execution of tackles. Camavinga's game is a masterclass in both intelligence and physicality. His background in judo gives him an edge, allowing him to use his body to shield the ball and maintain balance under pressure. His awareness of positioning is uncanny, and he knows exactly when to commit to a tackle and when to hold back. It's a skill set that makes him incredibly valuable to any team, which is why Real Madrid snapped him up with a contract that runs through June 2027. They saw something special in him, and they're willing to invest in his future. Camavinga isn't just a young talent, he's a game changer. He has the power to turn defense into attack, the vision to create chances, and the confidence to take on any challenge. In a world where true versatility is rare, Camavinga stands out. He has the potential to be the next Gullit and maybe even surpass him. Real Madrid knew what they were doing when they signed him. They were securing the future of their midfield.